Hi guys, I'm almost home from my class, but I just realized, I hope you can hear me by the way. So this is the part 2 of the video that I posted before. It's about bookish opinions, about how I feel about certain books, certain tropes, certain fictional characters. I got really interesting questions the last time, and because of that, the video became so long that I had to divide it into two parts. So this is the part 2 of the same video, and oh god, like I had so much fun filming this video. I look so funny, but it is what it is. It's like only 2 degrees, so it's basically hot right now, but it's really windy. No one asked me for the weather update, but what. My name is Nehal and I love to talk about books, and I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed. I know you're going to, it's really entertaining. And also, one more question that I forgot to include last time. One of my close friends slash bookstagrammer, Mishti, asked me this question, which is my favorite underrated book or which underrated book I want to recommend. So uh, I would like to recommend only one book right now. It's called Win Some Lose Some by Shay Savage, and it is so good. It's the awkward shy guy and mean, not mean, but nice popular girl. And it is so wholesome. It's such a wholesome love story that I think everyone should read it. Yeah, continue the next video.
Your least favorite trope and your most favorite trope. Listen, I'm a mood reader, okay? So everything depends on my mood. But there are some tropes which always do it for me, like enemies with benefits trope. Then there is like this touch her and you die. All of that, like there are some marriage of convenience, um, found family. Those are type of tropes that will always do it for me. Like I will always in the mood of these type of books. Least favorite trope, this teacher student romance. Creepy level of age gap, and I like age gap romance, don't get me wrong, but it is really hard to pull it off. Like sometimes I've read some books which are like downright creepy, and I was like, I don't like this. And also like dad's best friend, stepdad, like when a man has literally brought up a girl and then he gets romantically involved with her later on. I just, there's something about it that just doesn't sit right for me. And I know there are a lot of books and there's a huge audience for that, and there's you do you, like there's nothing wrong with it, but there's something about that trope that just, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. I just find it a bit creepy and I don't like it. Let me think if there is. Oh yeah, doormat FMC. I just, when the female main character is such a doormat and just lets the guy walk all over her and just puts up with his shit, it is so painful for me to read. I just don't like it. I don't. Yeah, I would like rather stay away from it. And let me think. Is there another trope that I don't like? Insta love. I don't like insta love at all. Like, please, I love when there is some character development, where there is some slow burn, there's some banter, there's some sort of build up that is going on, even if it's like friends to lovers and it's always like that. He has always been in love with her, but even then I want something like I don't want him to be in love with her at the first page of the book. Like, another trope that I hate is, absolutely loathe this trope, when it is enemies to lovers and like 5 chapters in they are like all mushy and like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. Like, shut up, you're supposed to fight with her. Like, like, I don't know, try to kill each other, don't kill each other, but like try to, like, add some drama, add some spice. What the hell? So yeah, when enemies to lovers become lovers really quickly, I don't like that. Is there anything that I don't like? Mm, reformed playboy. There's just something about. It's just something about it that I just can't digest. Like I think I've talked about it in my previous video as well. Like if there's a dark romance book and there's this mafia capo who just runs in the church with guns blazing, like with two guns in both his hands, I would believe that. I would believe everything. But this thing, the fact that a guy has always been a playboy and then suddenly he meets a girl and he's like, oh my god, like I'm a one woman man and I only see you. Seriously? Like, I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't, I just can't digest that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. So I don't like that. Oh, wow. I didn't think I would have a long list of like tropes I hate, but I do. Um, Tropes I love, I already said. Found family, marriage of convenience. Uh, just yeah, I love those tropes. I also love accidental pregnancy, which actually a lot of people hate, but I don't mind it. I actually find it intriguing. Like, okay, so it's a type of forced proximity. Like, let's see what happens. Okay, let me check the next question. Best non-fantasy romance book you read? Hmm, non-fantasy romance book. Why not fantasy? Like what? Fantasy is amazing. Like it's the best genre to ever exist. Like especially people who read to escape. Fantasy is for you. Okay, so non-fantasy romance book. Wow. Like coincidentally, every book that I can think of right now is fantasy. Like the best books. Non-fantasy, probably dark romance. Uh wow. I had another question too, which was like your favorite book. Silence. Complete silence. I cannot choose a single book to be my favorite. Like there are so many. There's Boys of Torment series, there is Addicted slash Calway Sister series, there is Ikotar, um, there is Divine Rivals, there is Kill Switch, there is Dark Wars, uh, Fairy Tale, so many books. I cannot choose one. I'm so sorry, but I just cannot. I can't do that. But to answer the question, best non-fantasy romance book I've ever read, I would say Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. He falls first, he's obsessed, forbidden romance because he is um, her fake boyfriend's older brother. There is like a lot going on. I just love that book so much. So yeah, that one I would recommend. Next question is thoughts on Resand. I love that man. The most beautiful man I've ever seen. My high lord. My my Illyrian baby. My favorite bad boy ever. Like he is the main male character of Ekotar, a court of Thorns and Roses series. I just love him so much. The fact that he is a misunderstood villain, uh, the fact that he suffered for years on end, but even then he always put Feyre first. Like Feyre was always everything for him. The things that he did for her, the way he was dedicated, the way he helped her to heal herself, the way he trained her, the way he like lifted her up. I just i love that man. I want that man. But alas, he's not real, he's fictional. I have got a couple of questions which are kind of similar and I'm going to answer them. So the first one is, when will your book complete? Then I got, when are you gonna release your new book and are you gonna publish it or release it on Wattpad? I got a couple of questions like this, so I'm going to answer that. When am I going to finish it? I want to finish it as soon as possible, but for some reason it is taking me some time. maybe because I'm in a different country and I am um, in my post graduation course, and I'm just doing a lot, going through a lot, and because of that it is taking me time. But like a lot of it I have written, like, already. I just have to polish it a bit and have to write ending. Just, there's not a lot left, I'm telling you. So if I get my inspiration, my energy back, my writing energy back, I would finish it like really soon. But for some reason it is taking me a while, and I'm sorry to disappoint you about that, but it could be really soon. It will be this year, 2024, that is for sure. And I am going to publish it. No, I'm not releasing it on Wattpad. I am going to publish it together, like all the chapters, like as a book, and you will hear all about it. I already have an Instagram account set up for the author account, and I also have a Bookstagram account. You know what? I'm going to link it in the description, the author account. And yeah, I just made it like 3 days ago, and I'm getting a lot of views on one reel that I posted. A lot of comments as well. I'm so grateful. Like, this is insane. I know that this is rare, and wow, I should be really grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for all the support. I think I answered all the questions, right, regarding this book. Yeah, soon this year. Um, when the male character in the book doesn't have dark hair, to be honest, me too. Like, I love the male characters when they have dark hair. Bonus points if they have dark eyes too. So I am obsessed with dark haired male main characters as well. Like, bonus points if they have dark eyes. But there are some exceptions. Obviously, Aaron Warner, the main character from Love Theoretically, is blonde. I haven't read. I admit I haven't read many blonde main characters. There are some that are coming to my mind, but most of them are with dark hair. And I understand, girl. Like, I love fictional men with dark hair. They just have this kind of mysterious bad boy aura that we are into. But yeah, I agree with you. If you have read it, uh, review Things We Never Got Over. This is a really popular hyped book which everyone liked. I liked it too until like 70%, and then he just fucks up and he just does a complete 180, and I was like, I don't like him. Like, it was, I really had to drag myself to read the book after 70%, and it became a little predictable and I started hating him. He was kind of an asshole actually, and not a good kind of asshole that we are into. Like, no, not that. So I think it was a good, like, wholesome small town romance found family which I really loved. But like, I don't think it was the best book that I've read, or even one of the best books. It was like, it was good, it was nice. I enjoyed it, but like at 70% I had to really like drag myself. And yeah, but the last book in the series I loved, which is like Things We Never Left Behind, Lucian and Sloane's story. It is amazing. It was amazing. The best book in the series, in my opinion. Have you read the Twisted series? Did you like it? Basically, all Anna Huang books, though. Like, when I read Twisted series about Twisted Love, I enjoyed it, but I didn't really like it because while I was reading it, I was really aware that this is like so predictable, and it just felt like all the tropes were like thrown in to make it more interesting. And while I enjoyed it, I was aware that why is she even doing this? Like, where is the story going? Like, everything is like, it just felt like khichdi. Like, all the spices were thrown together to make the dish the most, like, delicious. But it just felt overcooked to me. But I enjoyed it. I did. Then Twisted Games. Um, I know everyone swears over him, but like, I didn't. It was a nice book, forbidden romance, slow burn. I liked it, but like, It is a good book, but not the best one I have ever read. Like, not even one of the best. I loved Twisted Hate though. Twisted Hate is like one of the best books ever written, one of the best books that I've ever read. It is so entertaining. It's enemies with benefits. They truly hate each other, and it was like so entertaining. It was a page turner. I couldn't put the book down. I was so invested in the story. I loved it. I loved it. But then Twisted, what is the last book? Twisted Lies. Yeah, it came out. Again, it seemed a little bit predictable. Like, yeah, I liked that it was billionaire stalker stuff was there, but no, I didn't like it that much. I enjoyed it, but like 3.5 star, 3 star, I think. Yeah, that is my opinion. And Anna Huang books, I think I have read so much of her work that now everything seems predictable. Like, but at the same time, I can't stop reading. Like, I'm like, chapters are like flying in front of my eyes, and I just couldn't put the book down. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, this shit is like so predictable. I know what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? There is no mystery to it. Your honest opinion on Credence. I know in my one of my videos I was like, I love Credence. I love this book, which is like in the forbidden romance recommendations. And it is like forbidden romance pro max because it is a reverse harem. She's 18 and it is her romance. I don't think romance is the word for it, but like her steamy romance with her step uncle and her step cousins. Yeah, it is forbidden like that. And I truly understand if you don't like this book, it's not for everyone, but it was really entertaining and hot and steamy. So I liked it. But also there were some scenes that I just didn't like kind of were kind of creepy and I just didn't like some scenes, but some of the scenes are like I really enjoyed the whole concept. The book was like really entertaining. And if you enjoy, if forbidden romance is like your favorite, then you should read this book. You should. Another question about Zaid Meadows. How high is Zaid Meadows in your book PF list? I was obsessed with him when the book came out and when I read it. Like, really, I was obsessed with him. I think I made like a dozen Instagram reels on him. But now I'm just like over him. Like in 3 months time, I was like over him. No, he's not. He's not even top 20. He's not even top 30. No, no, he's not. Do you read fantasy? I love fantasy. I inhale, I devour fantasy books. Like, I'm always looking out for them. Like, I love fantasy. Like I said before, fantasy is that just it's the best genre to ever exist. Seriously. Another question I have is please recommend some smart mafia, mob, and dark romance books. Read the Maid series by Daniel Laurie. Read the Perfectly Imperfect series by Neva Altaj. It's in my TBR. I'm going to read it soon. And you should also read Born in Blood slash Kamura Chronicles by Cora Riley. Anti-Heroes in Love duet by Gianna Darling. Yeah. Uh, Dark Verse series. What are your favorite 5 books? Why do you hate me? Like, why are you asking those questions? Like, favorite? I can't decide. Okay, so my favorite book is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I also love Circe by Madeline Miller. I also love. There are so many books that I love. I cannot like top 5. I cannot do that. Oh, so many books. I love Dark Wars. I love Divine Rivals, Ekotar. Um, I love theoretically as well. Um, I love the Addicted series. I think I named all of them. before, so like I don't have to answer it right now. But I also love another fantasy series which I never talk about, and no one actually talks about it because it's kind of like old. But it was popular back in the day. It's called the Dark Fever series. There are like 12 books, I think, 10 or 12 books. Dark Fever series by Karen Marie Moning. It is so good. Like, uh, it is, it is really, really good. That's all I'm going to say. It is fantasy, enemies to lovers, banter. There is a mystery going on, action, fantasy, mystery, all of that. Did you like King of Pride? No, I was one of the lucky people who never read it. But I did read King of Greed. What was that book? Like, it was so fucking boring. Anyways, predictable, but I finished it. I couldn't stop reading it. Like, I was like, I need to know, I need to know. And that's how I finished it, but I didn't like it at all. Like, 1 star, 1.5 star, 2 stars. I think I'm going to give it 2 stars. I don't know. Which popular book you didn't like? I think the whole video I've been talking about this. I didn't like Twisted Games. I didn't like Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I didn't like Things We Got Never Got Over. I didn't like It Starts With Us. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I didn't like God of Pain by Rena Kent. I also didn't like Iron Flame that much. Yeah, I think I actually made a list of all the books, but I can't find it. I can't feel my feet, which means that I've been filming for a while, which means that I have to edit for hours. Why do I do this to myself? Uh, okay, we are at the end of this video. Probably, oh, what is your opinion on the author Rena Kent? I was obsessed with her. Like, I have read so many books by her, like whole series. I've read the Empire series. Like uh, I've read the whole Royal Elite, the whole Legacy of Gods, and other couple of like duets by her. I was obsessed with her because she writes amazing books, like with like such plot twists that it would just blow your mind. And it is, all of them are like dark romance, like really fucked up like story. And just the dynamic between the main characters is so different from any book that you have ever read. Like, there would be, the author will throw at least one curveball at you while you're reading. You're like, oh my god, I never saw this coming. So I think she's a good author, and yeah, I would read her books. But lately I've been thinking, I've been trying different authors, and I don't know the recent books by her, but like God of Fury was nice, but still like that Rena Kent charm was kind of missing in it. I don't know how to describe it, but like, yeah. Another is, nowadays more smart makes me scheme it. This is my friend Manati. um I love her. So I totally understand. Like, when I read a lot of smart, after some time I just read this like threshold, like this saturation point where I'm like, oh my god, no more smart. No, I just cannot. I don't want to read it. So what I do is I read young adult books. I read books with such clean romance. I read those type of books. Like, I read young adult fantasy, like Divine Rivals, like um I read Thieves Duet. I have read all of these like young adult books back when I'm in this type of mood. So it's okay. Like, you don't have to read smart all the time. You don't have to read clean books all the time. You can read whatever you want to, and no one will judge you for it. No one should judge you for it. Okay, and yeah, you belong here. You belong in this book community. You can read whatever you want, whether it's audiobook, or whether it is just poetry, or whether it is just nonfiction, or if you read only smart, or if you read only soft romance or only dark romance, doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy what you're reading, that's the thing that matters. Anyways, I think I have covered all the questions. Some of the questions that I may not have covered must be included in all the answers that I gave right now. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I'm ending my video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you, my loves, and I will be filming another video very, very soon. I'm planning on doing another like this type of video where I'll be talking about bookish opinions and about fictional characters and just my personal opinion on things related to books. I really enjoyed this video, and it felt really like impulsive and like very in the moment type of video, you know what I mean? And yeah, this is the end of video, and please like, share, comment, subscribe, you know what I mean. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.